Welcome to the Scorpio moon. The Scorpio full moon. Again, out here painting, of all things, right? But we're gonna get into some cards and some readings if people want that as well. And Scorpio moon, especially last night, brought in a lot of rain, a lot of water. It's a water sign. But this was not the average kind of storm. It was a deep cleansing storm. It felt like it washed a lot away. When I woke up and looked around, everything was so much brighter. And you can kind of see how it is now. And even some tears. Have you ever just been minding your business, so to speak, and you're just kind of crying for no reason? You know what I'm saying? Like tears. That's what this moon was about. It felt like it was a purging, going deep to really touch on things that maybe you weren't aware of that were there. That's what Scorpio would do. Scorpio is the therapist. 8th house energy. Things that are hidden. Things that are beneath the surface. And this is a house of transformation as well. So these things that came up for you were meant to help you change. And what was interesting, there was a group of girls just out here, and I kept hearing this noise. It sounded like somebody squirting a squirt bottle. And it turns out after about 20 minutes, I finally asked, and it was this girl, and she was saying that it just started. Like it was something deeply rooted that had just started becoming, revealing itself. It was like a kind of energy, you know what I'm saying? And she said that it trauma or anything like that. I don't want you to get caught up in it needs to be healed or whatnot. But maybe deep-rooted talents, gifts, abilities. Maybe you're extra sensitive at this time. Oh, I can't even see down that way. Move this for a second because I can't see anything. Really. The cleansing is going to bring a clear channel so that messages start coming through. They're $5 today because of change. And here we go. Spirit guide. Spirit guides is the card of the day. This is. Are you seeing things different? Are you getting kinds of messages? Do you feel? And what I mean by this is when you're doing something new, when you're starting something new, there's going to be a new set of guides that come in to work with you. Bottom line. Forget the connection thing. We got Jazz Fest going on, and the Wi-Fi is, slim pickings out here almost. It's like a pecking order. And that is almost kind of like what I'm talking about. Like the frequency is different, the channel is different. And it may go in and out, but right now it's like a strengthening of a muscle, a new muscle for you. Death card. Part of you is leaving, and a new part of you is emerging. It's like coming out of a chrysalis. It's like coming out of a cocoon. One of my favorite cards here. God damn. I can't do nothing about it. So the signal is kind of weak right in this moment, but it's going to get stronger. Don't worry about that. As the days go on, your new journey begins. Grounding is going to be Really important. And that's why I'm out here now. This is my grounding spot, right in front of the singing oak. This is where I get a lot of my messages, where I get my clarity. We're going outside and sitting in the grass. Whatever you do to ground, putting your feet on the ground, be anything. And for a lot of you, this may be something that's new to you, grounding, so that you can get the messages, the grounding of the energy, so that you can really focus in on what's being said, what's being conveyed to you at this time. But remember, this is a language, so it's important that you interact with it like you would anything else, like we're talking, you know what I'm saying? Asking questions of how are we communicating? How are we interacting? You know, what's the method of communication? Like yesterday was change on the ground, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It was like tens. I would find a lot of nickels and dimes. So I was seeing a lot of fives and a lot of tens. I went to answer my phone and it was 5:55 in the afternoon, and I had 55% charge left on my phone. So it was all these fives change. So to clarify, let's get a couple cards to this. I'll do a full-blown one later, because this one feels like more of a tune-up, and I kind of want to get back to work. But it felt like the message of the day was really to ground yourself, get yourself grounded in this energy. Taurus season is here. Happy birthday to all my Taurians. And change the way that you view things. We have the Hanged Man here. And the thing about this card is the detachment. See how the head is not attached to the body. It's not attached to anything. So it is a release on many levels. Things that are familiar to you, the way you used to go about doing things. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like these guides, this energy will not allow you to go back if you've already started. You know what I'm saying? It's like once you're through the door, you're through the door. There's no turning back. So you're going to have to ride it out. You're going to have to ride out the wave. It's not a bad thing. It's just taking time to get used to the new you at this time. Yeah, look at that. More communication, Reiki. And again, Reiki is a healing modality. So even the way that we speak, the way that we talk to ourselves is healing. Should be healing at this time. Give me one more out of fans. Let me see what I got here. How's everybody doing today? The White Wizard. Again, more of that grounding energy. You see that background. Being in nature. Because nature is automatically going to do what it's meant to do. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't go against the grain like that, so to speak. But this is also about, you know, being a shaman, a priest or priestess. This is about working with the natural world. Some of you may be cleansing using natural herbs, but some of you may be concocting natural remedies. Some of you may be asked to lead ceremonies. Certain things are happening and you can't quite put a thumb on it, you know what I'm saying, put a finger on it. Well, had a lot to do about the journey you just went through. More grounding energy and abundance, cinnamon, calling things in. But this is fertile energy. So this is a very fertile time to get things in the ground. Get yourself in the ground. Getting yourself some rest. Being like that new seed beneath the surface that's sprouting up, right? And really recharging your energy, because it was Scorpio is an intense sign, and the energy can take a lot out of you. You may feel tired the last couple of days, very drained. You know, you just want to sleep in, get some rest. But now it's about making a choice. Which direction did you want to go in? And this is asking you to go towards something more in line with your passion. Things that really that you've wanted to do all your life, kind of thing, new undertakings. So I mean, it's really wide open. It's really wide open. And looking at the bottom, 7 of Cups, choices, options, different directions that you can go, different. It's just like clearing everything out, and then clearing that space out so that new things can come in for you. And a lot of you guys, like I said, you have new guides that are speaking to you. So you're going to get a lot in the dream state as well. We're talking about 8th house energy, so this is about the subconscious mind, 100%. You know what I mean? Especially from childhood. You know what I mean? I mean, it's no coincidence that they got the Michael Jackson movie out. You know what I mean? And we got to see a lot of why he acted the way he did in his adulthood, because of things that happened to him in his childhood. There's things that we may not even remember, you know what I'm saying? But this is the case of the universe working for you and helping you release these things. So you're going to get a lot of truth, you're going to get clarity, you're going to get new messages from new guides, you're going to see different symbols, animal totems. It really depends on where you've been and how you've been communicating with the divine in the first place. You understand what I'm saying? In the first place. So let's get 2 more cards and we can ride this out. Like I said, when I get back, I'll do a full bloom. And I'll take on people if you want cards later on this evening. But not while the sales like this. I blame Jazz Fest because there's a whole lot of people in town, and there's like 3 cell towers in the whole of Manola. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is one of the more antiquated infrastructures in the country. So let's get 2 cards. 2 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. Give me 1 on top of that. That's simple. Okay, and we got the Unicorn, the Pure of Heart. As you start to see more of who you are and you meet more people like you, and you notice the butterfly, this is a metamorphosis that a lot of you are going through. You're going to come up with opposition. Opposition may be people that just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Before we talked about the Hangman and that detachment energy where you got to kind of pull back to get your bearings so you can hear you over what everybody else is telling you what to do, or any opinions and things of that nature. And you may have a bit of pushback, family, friends, even, where you work at, whatever. But also look at yourself. Where have you been holding yourself back? Where have you been kind of getting in your own way? You know what I'm saying? You're going to see a little bit of everything. This is a great time to journal what comes up at this time, because it might make more sense moving on. You're not going to get all the answers overnight. You know what I'm saying? It's a journey. But with this pure heart, this is saying that as you clear that energy out, you're now in a state of attracting that which you really want. And it comes from having a pure heart, which is really just being honest with yourself at this time. Really being honest. It's one of 2 things. You're either the one doing the attracting, or you're the magical being attracted. And note that it can go both ways. You could be both of these archetypes. This unicorn doesn't come out of the woods for everybody. Anybody, really. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a pure heart to attract what it is that you want at this time. You have to be sincere. You have to be authentic with yourself and with the rest of the world about your desires, your dreams, your wishes. And that means being honest about even things that maybe you have hidden all this time, because we're talking about Scorpio energy again. You may be very gifted, in certain areas, and you just never told anybody because it sounds strange. You may have been one of them people that saw, angels, and you could see auras and things of that nature when you were a kid. But because of your religion, your upbringing, you kind of kept it to yourself. You understand what I'm saying? You kind of kept it to yourself. But with this unicorn, not only dreams and all that, but people that are on that level, on that tip, people that you can talk to, soul tribe energy, bringing all that in, meeting people who you can learn from, who you can converse with, you know what I mean, who are on your level. So it really is up to us at this time. It's up to you. What choices are you going to make moving forward? Are you going to continue to hide in the shadows? You know what I'm saying? And you'll eventually be discovered. I'm sorry to tell you that. If you think you're going to hide out and not be exposed for the things that you've done. And I'm speaking to a certain particular energy that may be in the room now. What's done in the dark will come to the light. And depending on what side of that playing field you're on, the truth is going to start coming out. So now is really a time to ground yourself and get in that energy. Also because of you might hear things that may shock you at this time. People intentions, their real motives, what's really in their heart is going to be coming to the forefront. So it's going to take a bit. This is the fork in the road. This is the fork in the road. You know what I mean? Not so much what side are you on has a lot to do with the desires of the heart. I don't want you to think of things in terms of good and evil, right or wrong, because what's right for you might be wrong for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? You pulling your energy away might be taking a food source away from somebody else. You see what I'm saying? So really hone in on what's good for you at this time. When I get back to the spot later on, I'm gonna do a full spread. We're gonna really dive into it. It'll be around 7, 8 o'clock. I guess I'll jump in on it, and I'll pull cards for the collective, just on the strength of it being the new moon, and this being an important time in all of our lives as a collective. This is a very important time because decisions that we make moving forward now are really going to shape the world in the future. You know what I'm saying? The decisions that we make. And if you think that you are that your energy is not valid, that what you have to offer is not an influence or a part of it, you're wrong. It's very much asking you to join in the collective, you know what I'm saying, and shape this world to a place where we can all benefit without the destruction and the chaos that we've been experiencing for the last 2,000 years, really. You know what I'm saying? We're coming out of a cycle, and this new cycle is asking us to set the tone, and we're being guided and which is best for us. All right. So let me get out of here because there's a lot of people showing up and it's starting to get distracted. And I can feel all this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of really sensitive now. That's why it's important that you ground yourself. But make sure you get some rest, and I'll talk to you guys later. I appreciate you.